Hello everyone and welcome back to my Patreon. In this video we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin cycle, the 4-year cycle. We're going to take a look at the amount of days we have left until the bull market cycle top, and this is according to the previous cycles. So if you go to my Twitter page that's linked under every single one of my videos on YouTube, you can find this pinned post on my Twitter page. And if you read here, it says, here are some key calculations from the Bitcoin/USD chart. We measured the amount of days from the bear market bottom to the halving, then to the bull market peak, then from the halving to the bull market peak. So essentially we calculated the days. So I color coded it as well, so it's easier for you to understand. The vertical lines signify the halving, and we went through the 4th halving on April 20th. And the orange one is essentially bear market bottom to bull market peak. So every single time from the bear market bottom to the bull market peak, it was either 731 days, 853 days, and we had 1,066 days. And this was from the 2018 bear market bottom and the 2021 bull market top. So this was actually the longest period of time. So with each cycle it gets longer, so we have a tendency to extend the cycle from the bear market bottom to the bull market top. Again, from the 2015 bear market bottom it was 731 days, then it was 853 days, and then here it was 1,066 days. Now the red one is what we want to focus on here, and we can combine the orange and the red data points. So this is from the halving to the bull market top. So from the bull market, from the halving to the bull market top in the 2013 cycle, this was 395 days. In the 2017 cycle, this was 518 days. And in the 2021 cycle, it was 549 days. So again, we have a tendency to extend the cycle if you compare the numbers here. So it keeps getting higher and higher. Now, you have to pay less attention to the 2017 cycle simply because this was an outlier. This was when the markets were not mature at all. This was when there were pretty much no people in crypto. That's why we got these massive pumps. Now the past 2 cycles is where you really want to focus your data on. So you want to look at these 2 data points and these 2 data points. And then of course you can calculate using the 2017 cycle as well if you want to get the average. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So again, you can access this tweet on my Twitter page. If you go to the monthly chart on my TradingView, this is where I created and set this thing up. I did it on the daily chart, and then we switched to the monthly so we can zoom out and take a look at everything. So the average of the 3 here is going to be 487 days from the halving to the bull market top. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to go to the daily chart, and we're going to count 487 days from the halving, and that was April 20th. So we're going to zoom in a little bit, just like that. We're going to have, so this vertical line is the halving. Let me just point it properly, April 19th. There we go. So from there, 487 days. That puts us in August 2025. Essentially in 5 months. This is according to the data. This is according to the previous 3 cycles, okay? So we have August 20th. Let's set up a vertical line here. And this is according to the bear market to bull market calculation. So we're going to add the text here. We're going to make it red. We're going to make it slightly bigger. And this is halving to bull market top calculation. Okay. So this is our expectation here for August. Now, the other calculation that we can do if we go back and zoom out into the monthly chart, is we can calculate the bear market bottom to the bull market top. Now, this one keeps extending every single time. Now, the average from the calculations based on the previous 3 cycles from the bear market bottom to the bull market top, at this moment in time, it's going to be 883 days. So again, we're going to go back to the daily chart, and we're going to go to the bear market bottom of the previous cycle, and it's going to be right over here. So November 2022, that's going to be the bear market bottom. I want to make sure I have the exact day. So it's November 22nd, and we need 883 days, approximately. Okay, so that puts us in April. That's going to be April 23rd. And we're going to change this to orange. From a bear market bottom to bull market top calculation. So we have April 25th and August 25th. And you can take the average between this, okay? And you'll have June. So June would be the average between these two. The other thing you can do is you can only use the previous 2 cycles for these calculations, and you can ignore the 2017 cycle because it was an outlier. Okay, that is also something you can do. For example, let's calculate the distance between the halving to the bull market top in this cycle based on the previous 2 cycles, not 3 cycles. So let's do 518 plus 549 divided by 2. That's 533 days. Okay, that's going to be 533 days. Again, we can go back to the daily chart and we can do the exact same calculation. 533 days. So we're gonna send this way. And I just want to be on April 20th. I have to zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so here 533 days takes us all the way to October 2025. So this is going to be from the halving to the bull market top, last 2 cycles only. So this is according to the last 2 cycles, and let me just change the color of that to red. Again, you can take the average between these 2, right? You can take the average between August and October, and you'll get September. So sometime in September, you could have that peak. Now let's do the exact same thing, only for the distance between the bear market and the bull market top. So let's only calculate using the past 2 cycles. So what we're going to get is 853 plus 1066, and then divide that by 2, you get 959 days. Again, we go back to the daily chart. We go to the bear market bottom, which was November 22nd. We're going to zoom in just like that. Okay, so that's November 21st, 22nd, there we go. So we're looking for 959 days. There we go, that puts us in July. That takes us to July 2025. So this is from bear market bottom to bull market top, last 2 cycles only. So these are the 4 dates that we have: April 21st, 2025, July 7th, 2025, August 18th, 2025, and September 29th, 2025. I think that should move over to the beginning of October, but roughly those are those are the 4 dates based on the calculations. 2 of them are only based on the previous 2 cycles. So if you want to exclude the 2017 cycle, you can do that, and you'll have more extended targets, more out towards the second half of 2025. But this is the earliest one we have is April 21st, 2025. So if we have the Bitcoin reserve announced in the next weeks, in the next few weeks, this could lead to a cycle top in April this year. And then after that, we could have altcoins continuing to rally for the remainder of the year. Some of them might print their all-time highs in August, some in May, some in September, some in November, some maybe in January 2026, we don't know. But these are the 4 dates that we're going to be working with, and we'll definitely keep all of this on the chart so we can look at it. And let me know if there are any other calculations that you're doing that can give us an idea of when we can expect the previous, the cycle top according to previous 4-year cycles. But keep in mind that just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. So history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. We're not necessarily going to adhere to these numbers just because, you know, that's what the calculations give us. But this is a good, you know, this is a good way to kind of understand where we could run into a peak, especially if Bitcoin is going to be on a massive rally and you're coming up to one of these dates. Maybe it's a good idea to start selling at that point, okay? If you're holding Bitcoin. If you're holding altcoins, it's going to be a little bit different, but it would be very risky holding altcoins after you think the bull market for Bitcoin has ended, right? You have to be very careful at that point if you want to still play a few altcoins. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of this whole calculation. Stay safe and goodbye.